Alright, next video we're looking at Beijing, China. I think when I first researched this, the spot to go would be the Great Wall of China, but our flights arrived later than, or most of the group tours were leaving at like 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. from the city. Flights arrived later than that, so decided against that. Did some research on here, and you can check out sort of the city. I thought it was better than doing an expensive private tour to the Great Wall of China. I said to a friend, the only reason I would probably do it would be just to say I did it, not really inherently really wanted to go. So I like this option. Actually ended up doing things to the Hilton Garden International Hotel for hooking up a great spot to just check in, to drop off my luggage, get a quick recharge rest before I headed out. And they have a shuttle that goes every 30 minutes back and forth between the airport, obviously, and the hotel. And then you can just hop on the express train. It was 35 won, pretty cheap and fast. When I look at the map here, it was actually quite far in distance, but just super fast on the express train. And then the metro, it's easy. I scouted out a couple of temples to visit. The first one closest to this inner circle was the Temple of Heaven. It was 28 won to get in to what they called all the scenic spots. So I thought I'd just do that for ease, and I think that was definitely worth it. In hindsight, I probably spent too long here. I didn't realize, if you look at the Google Maps here, the complex is just huge. It's massive. My recommendation to you is to just do, pay for the extra, entrance fee and just go to the center ring. That was the best. And there was one more on the east side with the I don't know what they called it. I'll put it on the blog post, but there's just a prayer spot on the east side that was again part of the entrance fee. The other temple I'd scoped out to maybe go to was further north. It was called the Temple of, let me look here on Google Maps. I mentioned this in another video, but China doesn't allow Google, so write down all these stops and where they're located, like the metro stops beforehand, because you cannot rely on Google once you're there. So the second temple I thought to potentially go to would be, let me find this blog post here. I gotta get this closer together. Okay, first things first, let me just read from the blog post. I would enter the Temple of Heaven, go down the long corridor, do the hollow prayer. Thought that was great. That was part of the paid entry. And then do the circular mound on the east side. And then, I would have chatted from there afterwards. So, I would recommend this Temple of Heaven here. If not, or potentially in addition, you could go to the Lama Temple. That was just further north. I thought that was a good option. And then just hop back on the metro. There's two stops I would recommend. One is called the National Museum of China. The other would be the National Art Museum. So from the National Museum of China, you could see the monument to the People's Heroes, the National Center for the Performing Arts, and then famous square, Imperial Ancestral Temple, the Meridian Gate, the Forbidden City, the Palace Museum. You can also get there by going further north or just west of the National Art Museum, which is the stop I hit up. So from the National Art Museum, if you just walk west, I guess, you can see the Forbidden City, the Palace Museum, the Palace of Tranquil Longevity. Jingshan Park is just north of the Forbidden City, and you can walk along Jingshan Front Street. It's along this Tongzi River, and then Beihai Park. Again, I'm butchering these pronunciations, but another cool park is even further west, just continue along Jingshan Front Street that whole way. I mean, they're all right there. I started a little late just due to the flight arrival and being exhausted from my trip beforehand, but you could do it in a day for sure. The other temple that people had recommended or I read about would be Summer Palace, but that was way further northwest outside of the inner rim, so you would probably need more time to do that. Other just quick takeaways, tips that'll help you on your trip. So again, the metro cost only 3 to 5 won for a trip, but you had to pay in small denominations or bills. Like they wouldn't take 20, so the purchase either 5 or 10 won. So have that cash available, or you can just use credit. I thought initially that you would only be able to use Alipay, but the app was just so annoying on my phone. I actually ended up deleting it when I was in Dubai, and I just relied on cash I had taken out beforehand. So that would definitely be my recommendation way to go. Check out the blog tips for more. Yeah, that's it. I think I got a little carried away on the videos here. This is the circular mound, obviously. This is just the busyness of the crowd. This was another stop, part of the paid entry. I would have skipped this one. It was not special. So yeah, here I am just rushing back down the metro. Got the number 14. This is where I'm headed up towards the National Art Museum. Not to be mistaken with the National Museum of China. I think both stops, so you could probably get great shots with. From the National Museum of China, the National Center for Performing Arts, the architecture looks fantastic on that. And then you're going to come across the Forbidden City as well. Regardless, they did have good signage. This is the National Art Museum. And from here, I just walked west, and all the touristy stops were there. I did grab food at some of the local Chinese restaurants, and would recommend that. There's some decent options. Here, again, you can get off at different stations. This is the northwest entrance, or exit of the northwest, the art museum. So that was that. This was one of the universities on the way. This is signs to the parks that I had mentioned. This seemed to be around rush hour, so it was pretty crowded on the streets. I do recommend metro to get around. And then around this palace, or Forbidden City, the Palace and Museum, within it, there's the Palace of Tranquil Longevity. It was just packed with people taking photos. I got there just after sunset, as you can see. So in hindsight, I would have skipped a little earlier out on the first temple's top, which was massive, and got here a little earlier and checked out some of the other parks. But I guess it's FOMO. You gotta just pick and choose when you visit. Anyways, I'm gonna let some of these videos run. That's it. I think lots to see, lots of options. So enjoy your stop in Beijing, China, whether you're laying over, staying there for a few days. Okay, here's the metro system. You basically just select your endpoint, so select the end destination. Again, there's the banknotes, only 5 or 10. So the idea that you have some small change. I actually didn't see much customer service. It's all self-serve. Jump on the Beijing Express, 2 stops, 35 more. And this one took a bit larger notes, but yeah, that's it. Good trip, good visit, great options, I think, if you're into photography, just the architecture, the history, the temples. Definitely some nature spots you can take advantage of as well. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna blog more videos here. This is back to the hotel. The express is underground. The hotel shuttles were on the 4th floor. The Hilton Hotel had their shuttle from gate 4. They ran it for 30 minutes. Shout out to the Hilton for hooking me up on this nice day. I flew out, I think I caught the 5 o'clock shuttle back to the airport the next day. So quick, short visit, but great to have that nice layover and just experience more of the city. When I come back, I might do more of the same, or if I'm there earlier enough or have a later flight and could do a day trip to the Great Wall of China, I think that would be cool. But this was a good stay. Okay, I'm just filibustering, but enjoy your trip. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks much.